Make a little quick video on breeding mealworms. I know there's about 10 trillion videos on YouTube on how to breed mealworms. In fact, I think 80% of all YouTube videos are videos on how to breed mealworms, and it's pretty much, a bunch of British kids who are copying someone else's video, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do, but I'm not British. So I'm going to show you how to breed mealworms, to use as feeders, fish, reptiles, birds, whatever, or you can keep them as a pet if you're some kind of weirdo that likes to have lizard or worms as pets. So start off with about 500 mealworms. Go to the store and buy them, set them aside in some food and water, and keep them at room temperature. By doing that, you'll force them into pupation, which turns them into these little alien things. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. My zoom doesn't want to work in this camera, but that's the gist of it. Little alien looking things. They'll stay like that for about 10 days maybe, and then from there they turn into beetles. And there's the beetles. They're just chilling around, eating some carrot, hanging out, and you can see under these cardboard. They like cardboard for some reason. There's about 5 trillion in here. I don't know, a lot. But so then you have them in here. After a week or so, 2 weeks maybe, you can grab some of the bedding and then put it into a piece of plastic, glass or something, and you could, once you start seeing little microscopic mealworms, it's time to switch them off this bedding, because that means there's baby mealworms in there and there's also a lot of eggs. So what we do is we take these little beetles and we put them into some new bedding, and we take all this bedding that we have that has the microscopic babies and the eggs, and we put them up into the next level right here. You can't see them, but trust me, there's mealworms in here. I mean, the zoom on this camera sucks ass, or else I would probably zoom you on. Whatever, let me try. You can see the little, I know it's blurry as shit, but you can see it moving. Those are mealworms. After like a couple weeks, they get big enough, we move them into the third bin right here, and this is where we have like all the big ones. Some lady on YouTube has a video on how to feed birds mealworms, and she said that they like paper, and sure enough, I put paper in here and they love to just chill. We haven't bought mealworms in almost a year probably. These are all from the original 500 that we purchased. There's a guy local to me who sells them for $5 for 1,000. So every now and then when my colony gets low, I'll go buy 1,000 and just feed those off while my colony gets bigger, because we have a lot of hatchling leopard geckos here. So we've been going through mealworms like crazy. But we keep them on this stuff, this bedding, wheat bran. You can get it at Stater Brothers. It's on the aisle with like the oatmeal and shit, and I like it because it's very fine, and you can put it through a sifter pretty easily. A lot of people will keep them on oatmeal, the big chunks of oatmeal, and the problem with that is it doesn't fall through the sifters. So when you're trying to scoop out the poop and all the other nonsense, you can't sift it. So I use this, and like I said, once a week I will get my sifter and I'll empty this entire bin into a container, and then I'll sift it all. The bigger portions of the wheat bran that haven't been eaten yet will stay in the sifter with the mealworms, and I'll dump them back in, and then all the poop, this is all the poop from last week, will stay in this container. You got to keep the poop though for maybe a week or so, because there's microscopic babies that are in here, and you don't want to throw them out. So after a week or so, I'll re-sift it. I'll put it through the sifter, and I'll be able to, get some more babies out, and I'll toss them in there with those. Sometimes they take a long time to grow. Sometimes they take they grow fast. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we feed them that wheat bran stuff, and then we give them carrots for their hydration. You can use potatoes. We used to use potatoes, but for some reason here, the potatoes will just mold. I don't know. These carrots work fine, but you can use potatoes, apples, lettuce, whatever you want. It doesn't matter. Whatever works best for you. But we use potatoes, and they fucking would just mold up. And what sucks is when you use this wheat bran stuff, it can mold very easily. So if you don't keep it kind of dry, all this will get moldy. You have to toss it out. You don't want to deal with that shit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You get your mealworms, but pupate into these alien looking things, and then they turn into beetles. What you want to do with these though is every day you need to check these. I mean, I checked them this morning, I pulled all the beetles out, and then in 20 minutes there was beetles again. Because for some stupid reason, the beetles like to eat the brains out of these guys. I mean, you can see it. Look at I'll make one of them flip out. Watch. he'll see him flipping around. He's headbanging. The beetles will eat the brains of these guys. These guys are defenseless and they can't move, so the beetles will hatch and then they'll come over and eat the brains out and kill them. They turn black. I put carrot in here, I put some oats in here, and for some reason they decide that beetle brain is just delicious delicacy and they won't stop eating them. So if you leave a beetle in here for too long, he'll go and kill a bunch of these pupas. It doesn't really bother us because we have so many. I mean, I pulled like about 100 out today. And then I'm sure if I went through here again and sifted, I'd find another 100 pupas. They just breed like crazy. But yeah, do that. Keep them fed, keep them happy, and they'll breed for you. All right, if you have any questions or you want to see any other kind of videos, leave a comment below. Thanks.